Ball is in the air. It is tipped and won by Cumberland. Holt will push it over to the right side. Finds Towns on the left side. Quickly up to Walker as they swing it around to Rogan on the right wing. Rogan up to Pierce. And they're going to run their offense now through Holt at center circle. Walker will give him a screen. Now get it down in the corner to Pierce. Pierce for three out of the corner. Good. Reed Pierce, a rare three. That's his first three of the year. First attempt and first make. Don't ever shoot it again. You're 100%, brother. Landis quickly over to the left side. They get it to Scott. Back to Landis. Now over to the right wing to Meacham. Meacham back over to Landis, left wing. He'll let it fly for three. That one left way short. Ball is saved in bounds by Life, and they chuck it right into Vinkovic, and he finishes. Heads up play by Life as he flew out of bounds and wasn't going to save it unless he had somebody. Towns, right wing. Up to Walker, top of the key. Swings it over to Rogan, left wing. Back up top. They'll swing it now over to the right side to Holt. Holt's going to get a screen from Walker. Takes it all the way over to the other side of the court on the left corner. Picks up his dribble, now finds Rogan. Rogan ball fakes, then takes a step to the side, misses it, and had to put one up as the shot clock was coming down. Would have liked to have seen him maybe take a dribble in for a little bit closer of a shot, but trying to get that three up. And that one is no good. So 3-2 now your score. Life with the ball. They'll hand it to Landis. Now he'll go down in the corner. Vinkovic, three on the way. That one's short, but nobody there for the rebound, and Meacham just steps in and grabs it. Now a three on the way on the left wing by Miller. That one's no good. Another offensive rebound. And they'll kick it into Meacham. Now back over to Landis, right wing. Landis looking for somebody. Can't find anybody. So quickly over to Meacham on the left wing. Meacham trying to put a move on Rogan. Now kisses one off the glass as he got into the lane. Misses it. Walker with the rebound. Ball off of Vinkovic fingers and over to Cumberland. Walker now is going to check out as Tyshawn Powell will check in for the first time in the ball game. Holt up the left sideline. Takes it down to the elbow. Bounce pass. They're going to go back door to Powell, but it was a little too high. Couldn't quite handle it. Now we'll get a steal, though. Towns going to push it. Gives it back to Powell. Powell into the lane. Layup no good. Tip no good. Landis with the rebound. Landis all the way down the left sideline, down to the elbow. Makes a move. Can't get the shot off. Flips it over to the right side to Meacham. His three on the way. No good. Powell with the rebound. Cumberland pushing. Holt with the ball. Left wing, backs it up. He'll call out a play. Finds Pierce, top of the key, swings it over to Towns, right side. Now up to Powell, who's going to hand it off to Rogan on the left wing. Gets a screen, 15-footer on the way, fouled, and he's going to go to the line for two. Miller not agreeing with the call, but it will send Andrew Rogan, the junior, to the free throw line, an 81% shooter. Second best free throw shooter on the team. Shot on the way, too strong. He'll have another. Number two is good as well. So bringing the ball up the court now will be Miller. He'll be guarded closely by Holt. That's quick on quick right there. Man-to-man defense by Cumberland. Miller with it well outside the three-point line on the left wing. Takes it down in the corner, gets it to Scott. Scott wants to go baseline, but they're going to get a foul off the ball on Reed Pierce as him and Vinkovic got tangled up. Non-shooting foul. Landis will inbound the ball. Landis looking for somebody. Eventually finds Miller in the corner. Miller into the lane. Fade away. 8-footer left short. Holt with the rebound. He'll bring it up the middle of the court. Down over to the right wing. Keeps his dribble alive. Finds Rogan over on the left elbow. He'll take it in. Little 8-footer on the way. Ball fake. Front iron no good. Landis now up the right sideline across the timeline, down into the corner. Keeps his dribble alive, now kicks it up to Scott on the elbow, gives it right back to Landis. He'll let a three fly from out there, and he drills that one. Landis, a 37% shooter from outside, looked good on that one from the right wing. And Life has jumped out in front, 5-4. Rogan right side up top. Hand it off to Powell, who gives it to Towns on the left wing. Towns down on the baseline, picks up his dribble, and then loses the ball as he tried to kick it out to the key area, the top of the key, and Landis with a steal. Meacham now right wing. Bounce pass over to Scott. Scott takes it baseline, and now Pierce is going to be called for the foul. That's going to be 2 on Pierce. 2 fouls have been called on Cumberland, both of them on Reed Pierce. That will get Juanrico Walker back into the ball game. And for the first time in the game, we're going to see the junior out of Memphis, Blake Johnson, into the game. David Scott, the junior out of Louisville, 84% shooter on the season, heads to the line here for the Eagles. Number 1 is good. He'll have another. Towns is going to check out, and Pierce will check out. Second free throw is good. 7-4 now your score, about 4 minutes off the clock. Cumberland trailing here at home with the ball. He'll take it over the left side, hand it off to Powell, who quicks and gives it up to Walker. A lot of size in the game right now for Cumberland with Powell and Walker in there at the same time. Towns, they lob it in for Walker, and Walker finishes at the rim. Haven't seen that in a while as Holt broke down the defense out front, and he lobbed it in for the alley-oop back door. Miller up the left sideline, guarded closely by Johnson. Now down in the corner, they find Benkovic. Benkovic gets the shot off. Good-looking shot by the big man. And he finishes. 10-6 now your score. Johnson down to the left elbow. Quickly over to Holt. They're going to reset their offense. Holt will take it to the logo. Now over to the right wing on a crossover. Hands it off to Powell. Gives it up to Walker, top of the key. Walker hands it back to Holt off a curl screen. His shot's no good from 15. Miller pushing in transition. Gets it down to Meacham in the corner. Meacham can't get the shot off. Back to Benkovic, top of the key. Now we'll give it back to Meacham, who ball fakes. Back over to Benkovic. His three this time left short. Powell does a good job saving it as he falls out of bounds. Now they'll find Rogan down in the corner. Rogan ball fakes. Can't get the shot off. Gets it out to Powell, top of the key. Swings it over to Johnson on the left wing. Now they'll set it up again with Holt. Holt behind the back, into the lane. Can't get the shot off. Finds Johnson, top of the key. He ball fakes into the lane. Lobs it in, and Powell slams it home with 2. What a great pass by Blake Johnson. And Powell finishes that one with authority. Cumberland cuts it to 2, 10-8. Cumberland has switched to a 2-3 zone. Left side, they find Meacham out, swinging it quickly to Miller on the right wing. Back up to Landis at the top of the key. Landis, 3 on the way, leaves it short. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson up the right sideline, guarded closely by Meacham, gets it back tapped, and Meacham able to save it before it goes out of bounds. Kicks it over to Miller. Miller will take it up the court across the timeline. Now down to Landis. Quick shot out of the corner, 3 on the way, leaves that one short. Walker with the rebound. Hands it off to Holt. Holt wants to push. They're going to lob it in for Walker again. This time, Landis and Walker get tied up. The ball somehow stays in bounds. Powell with it. Gets it over to Rogan. 3 out of the corner. Good! Cumberland out in front by 1, 11-10, 7 minutes off the clock. Trenton Perry set to check in on the next dead ball. Cumberland again in a 2-3 zone. Short corner jumper on the way, left short by Scott. Cumberland with the board. They'll kick it up to Johnson, left sideline. He'll bring it down, gives it to Walker. Walker's going to get it in for the layup. Misses the shot, gets his own rebound. Putback's no good as he got hung underneath the rim and couldn't get out from under it to get a good look at it. Tough break. 2-3 zone again by the Phoenix. Over to the right side. Meacham thought about a three, doesn't pull it. Back over to Landis, back to Meacham. Meacham will shoot it this time, well behind the arc, and he drills it. He is their leading scorer, 15 points a game, 36% behind the arc. Looked good on that one. Johnson on the right wing now. His team now trailing by 2. Powell going to be called for the travel. I think he was expecting contact and kind of lost his balance, his momentum, taking him to the deck. That will get Trenton Perry into the ball game, as well as Trenard Chester. Blake Johnson will remain. Powell and Walker will remain. Also checking into the ball game is Devin Dorsett for the running Eagles. Miller with it now, high post. Quickly gives it back to Meacham. Meacham another three, this time left side. That one too strong. Chester with the rebound. He'll bring it up the court, all the way down to the elbow. Finds Johnson left side. He'll let it fly for three, misses it. And the rebound by Benkovic. Now up the sideline. They're quickly going to get it inside to Dorsett. Dorsett, though, doesn't want to take the shot over the much taller Walker. Now into the hands of Landis, right wing. Landis into the lane, ball fake, leans into it and lays it up. He's just so smart. Bounce pass into Powell. Pushed off the block on the right side. Makes a move, gives it to Walker. 15-footer on the way, rolls out. Good-looking shot by Walker. He can drill that. Stop, pop, Miller, right wing, no good. Cumberland with the rebound in the form of Chester. Chester now across the timeline. Gives it to Johnson. Right at the logo. They'll set up their offense through him at center circle. Nobody moving. Now they get into it. They hand it off to Powell. High post, left side. He picks up his dribble, nowhere to go with it. Finds Perry, gives it back to Johnson. 5 on the shot clock. Johnson over the left side. Bounce pass into Powell, and Powell almost posterizing Benkovic. Misses the dunk, though. Benkovic lucky he didn't end up on the backside of a Wheaties box. And now Landis will get into the lane, and they'll call a foul on Cumberland. Cumberland, 4 assists on 4 made field goals to start the game. Life inbounds the ball underneath their own basket. And losing the handle out of bounds will be Meacham. He tried a spin move on the right block, and I think he just lost the handle. So a turnover for Life will give Cumberland an opportunity here. Essentially now in the second quarter of the game, 10 minutes off the clock, first half. Life in a man-to-man. Cumberland swinging it around the horn, trying to find what they want. They find Walker at the high post, and they go to Towns' back door, and Towns is fouled before the shot. Towns moving really well without the ball. Walker doing a good job finding him. Will be a non-shooting foul. Johnson will inbound the ball underneath his own basket. They'll reset the shot clock. And they'll give it right back to Johnson after he inbounds the ball. Gets a screen, right, over to the right. Now Towns on the elbow, and he's going to be fouled as he takes it in. And he will go to the line for 2. So Ryan Towns to the free throw line. The senior has not been there yet today. A 71% shooter on the season. He'll have 2. First one's no good. He'll have another. 15-11 is your score. Number 2 on the way, and he drills that one. Cuts the lead to 3. You get the ball to Miller, and he'll bring it up the court. Phoenix look like they'll fall back to a man-to-man. Miller across the timeline, guarded closely by Johnson. He'll take him down to the key, bounce pass inside to Johnson. Now he'll kick it out. 3 on the way, no good, left short. but Meacham tracks down the loose ball in the corner. Now Miller left side. He'll let it fly for three. His shot's no good. Gets his own rebound, and he'll take it right back in and lay it up. Johnson now in transition. Into the corner to Perry. Back to Johnson. And they'll reset the offense. Johnson on the right wing. Gets a screen from Walker. Trying to lob it into him. Can't find him. Towns now handed off to Perry. Perry bounce pass over to Walker. Swing it over to Chester on the right wing. Chester now inside the line. 18-footer on the way, and he rattles it home. Good-looking shot by Chester. Cuts it back to three once again. 8:40 and counting, first half. Miller with it. Hands it off to Dorsett. Top of the key. Dorsett guarded by Towns. Almost stolen, and now it is. Towns got a finger on it. They'll kick it up to Chester. Chester one-on-one, leans into it, lays it up, and one. Chester doing a great job using his body to draw the contact. And he'll go to the line with a chance to complete the three-point play. That will get some of the starters back into the ball game. David Scott and Zach Landis checking back in for life. As Trenard Chester, the junior out of Lexington, 7 out of 9 on the season from the line. He's wasn't able to play until after the Christmas break. And he has done well since he's been in there. Misses that shot, however. Landis with the rebound. Cuts it. The layup by him, cut it to one with 8:20 and counting in the first half. Miller across the timeline, has it at the logo. Takes it over to the left wing, finds Meacham, who tried to get it inside to Scott, and it gets poked out of bounds, but it will be off of Cumberland. So now Life will inbound underneath their own basket, and that's going to get us a new sub into the ball game. Checking in for the first time, the junior out of Georgia, Rodney Culver, takes the place of Walker. They go right at Culver, and he forces the missed shot, but the rebound and putback is good by Life. And pushes it back out to three. Holt has checked back into the ball game as well as Johnson checked out. Holt takes it over to the left side, hands it off to Towns. Now up to Culver, top of the key. Culver going to hand it off to Holt. Holt into the lane. Floater on the way, good. Leaned into that one. He's just so good adjusting his shot in flight. At only 6 foot tall, I would imagine he's had to adapt to being able to change his shot due to being one of the smaller guys on the court at all times. They're going to go inside once again to the big man. Johnson goes to work against Culver. Shot on the way, no good. Culver bothered him just enough. Jay Scott, a 6'7", 230-pound forward. Much bigger than anybody else on the court. Holt hits another one. Cumberland back out in front, 20-19 now. 7 minutes to play. First half. Meacham hands it to Landis at the logo, working against the man-to-man. Over to David, now back up top. They get it to Johnson. Now over to the right side to Miller. Up to Landis. Landis trying to get into the lane, does so. Can't find any room, goes all the way around, lays it up on the other side. Started on the right wing, went all the way down to the left block, and then went around to the other side for the reverse layup. Life has moved into a 2-3 zone, I believe. They'll get it to Holt on the left wing. Holt asking for a pick. Culver comes out. 5 on the clock. They got to find somebody. And Towns flashing to the high post. A great job by Towns as that clock winded down. Found a soft spot in that zone and got to it. His teammates found him. Cumberland back out in front by 1 with 6 to play first half. Cumberland now in a 2-3 zone of their own. Meacham right side, back to Landis, top of the key. Landis now over to the right wing, bounce pass into the corner. They go to Johnson, back out top to Landis, top of the key. Landis observing the floor, trying to find somebody. Now over to Meacham, deep three on the way, right side, leaves it short. However, David with a strong rebound underneath, kicks it right back up to Landis. Landis quickly over to Meacham. He wanted to shoot it again, can't get it off. He'll get it into the hands of Scott on the left side. He's able to get in the lane and finishes. And he'll be able to go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. We're going to get 3 subs into the ball game in Rogan, Walker, and Powell. But we'll take a timeout first. 20. And it is good. His team back out in front by 2. Cumberland with the ball. Holt handling it. He's joined by Towns, Walker, Rogan, and Powell. Life is still in a 1-3-1, I believe it is. Quickly over to Towns. They want to try to double team on the elbow. They find Holt right side as they get a skip pass. Now back over to Towns. Trying to step into a 3. Can't get the shot off. Finds Walker on the 15-footer left side. No good from the short corner. Another good look. Walker unable to finish it. Shoots the ball well for a big man. Just hasn't been able to finish the play. Life back on the attack. Benkovic with it left wing. Going to hand it back to Landis. Landis takes it down to the key. Stutter steps into the lane. Layup on the way and good. He's starting to put together a pretty good game. He has 9 points now. 4 of 7 from the field. His team in front by 4 with 4.5 to play in the first half. Happy to see Daquan Bond across the way. Played 4 years here, graduated last year. Powell, layup on the inside on a good entry pass from the corner on the right side. Cumberland cuts it to 2, 4 minutes to play, opening half. Cumberland sticking in a zone defense. Not sure if it's a 3-2 or a 1-3-1. Miller into the corner, kicks it over to Landis. Landis ball fakes, 3 on the way, top of the key, drills it. Landis now in double figures, the first player to reach that mark. 29-24 your score. Holt over to Towns, left side. Towns trying to get in the lane, gets cut off. Walker comes out to give him a screen. Still can't get in. Holt now loses the handle, but able to find Rogan in the corner. His 3 on the way, rattles out. Miller with the long rebound. He'll take it up the right sideline. Guarded closely by Towns. He's going to break multiple defenders and eventually get it over to Meacham on the right side. Now down in the corner, they find Scott. Scott can't do anything with it. They get it over to Landis. Landis losing his defender into the lane. Layup no good. A lot of contact, no call. Rogan in transition gives it up. Now hands it right back to Towns, and Towns finishes with 2 at the rim. Walker, a great touch pass in transition. Finding Towns streaking down the left side and gave him enough room to finish at the rim. Miller, 3, top of the key, no good. Rogan with the long rebound. Rogan wants to push it up the middle of the court. Stutter step, drops it off to Walker, kicks it out to Holt. Holt down in the lane, and now he's going to cross over. It's going to be kicked out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Cumberland. Shot clock at 20, game clock at 2:34. Cumberland trailing 29-26 here at home in the first half. They can cut it to 1 or tie the game on this possession. They'll get it into Holt under no pressure. Holt will take it to the logo and set up the offense. High post, they go to Powell, right side. He makes a move into the lane. Shot on the way, no good. Wouldn't have counted if it went as they call the foul on the floor. And Powell will head to the free throw line. No, they're saying on the floor, so no, not shooting. So Cumberland will inbound underneath their own basket. They'll lob it into Powell. He gets it at the top of the key. Powell making a series of moves. Now lobs it into Walker down on the left block. Walker wants to go to work. Now kicks it over. Bad pass. Landis picks it off as he tried to jump pass it over to the other side. Landis, one-handed bounce pass to a streaking player, but a block by Powell negates the shot. Towns now over to Holt, left side. They find Rogan down in the corner. Rogan trying to make a move, finds Holt, 3 on the way, top of the key, gone! Tie game, 140 and counting, first half. Miller across the timeline. Picked up by Walker on a switch. Big mismatch here. Now they're going to get it down to the mismatch as Benkovic is up against Holt, and he's just going to muscle his way in, but misses the shot. Cumberland fortunate there. Life missed an opportunity. Now Rogan in transition. Going to break down the defense. He's fouled. Misses the shot. And now Walker, nobody's noticing. That should be a double tech. And now there's going to be another one. I'm not sure who they're going to get this on. Walker and Meacham getting tangled up. Meacham got right in his face. I mean, I think he kissed him right in his face. And Walker not going to take that from anybody. And to be quite honest, I wouldn't either. So we'll see. They're going to have to straighten this out. Meacham and Walker. I mean, Walker gave him a little, they got tangled up a little bit underneath, and Walker looked to kind of give him a tap to say, hey, man. So Meacham gets called for a technical. Walker gets called for a technical. I personally think that's the best call. I think Rogan, meanwhile, what's lost in all this is Rogan was fouled. So about 10 minutes ago, he was fouled, and now he's going to shoot his free throws. First one on the way, and he hits it. He'll have another. And now Walker will officially check out. Pierce has been patiently sitting on the floor in front of the scorer's table waiting to come into the game. Second free throw on the way, and it is good as well. So all of that, we end up with a technical on each player. And then the 2 free throws from the foul gives Cumberland a 2-point lead with a minute to play in the opening half. Landis, top of the key. Cumberland has fallen into a man-to-man. Ball fake, can't get the shot off. Now looking for somebody, doesn't have his dribble. Gets a bounce pass back door, but Powell able to get a hand on it, comes away with the steal. Great hands by Tyshawn Powell, back door. Holt now in transition. Going to bring it back out. Couldn't find numbers or the angle. And he'll set up a play right at center circle. He'll take it over to the right side, well outside the three-point line. Now takes it down to the key. Gives it up to Rogan. Rogan, ball fakes, into the lane, drops it off to Powell. Powell can't finish on the lob, able to get the rebound, goes right back up with it, and he finishes this time. That's a play he didn't make at the start of the season. He's making them now. 33-29. Cumberland will end the first half on the defensive end. 10 seconds and counting. Miller with the ball near center circle. Man-to-man defense. Gets a screen, takes it to the top of the key, still has his dribble, cross it over Powell, into the lane. Misses the shot, but they're going to get a foul on the attempted rebound, I believe, with 2.4 seconds left in the half. They call Rogan for the foul, but it will not be on the shot, so they'll inbound the ball with 2.4 seconds left. Plenty of time for them. Miller will inbound it. They get it in to Meacham, an open look. Oh, he got a really, really good look at it, but couldn't hit the shot. And that's Meacham, Landis, Benkovic, Scott, and Miller. Life will open up the second half with the ball. 33-29 is your score. Cumberland looks to be in a man-to-man defense. Benkovic with it left side. Gives it up quickly to Scott. Now over to the right side to Miller. They want to find Benkovic on the low block. They do so on the right side. He goes to work against Pierce. Can't get the shot off. Gets a cross-court pass over to Scott, who takes it baseline. Back over to Meacham. Cumberland doing a good job recovering defensively. Now they'll find Meacham, top of the key, come open momentarily, and he drills it. Cumberland played great defense all the way down to the very last moment of that shot clock, and they're able to knock down a 3 and cut it to 1 here on the first possession. Man-to-man defense by Life. They're going to lob it into Walker, and Walker finishes. Walker kind of had to wait on that one. That's how well the play was, as they're able to lob it back door to him once again. Cumberland answers with another alley-oop. Down in the corner, they go to Landis. Want to go back inside. They got a big mismatch as Benkovic got switched over on Holt, and they take advantage. Holt forced to foul, and that will send Benkovic to the line. And 75% shooter on the season. He is has not been to the line. 1 of 3 behind the arc. Misses that one. He'll have another. Smart foul by Cumberland. For Holt, that is just his first. Nobody with more than 2. And he misses the second one, so a very smart foul. Cumberland now with the ball, leading by 3 just into the second half. Rogan, right wing, gets it up to Walker. Walker back over to Holt, well outside the three-point line. He'll take it over to the right side, crosses over, finds Towns, 3 on the way, no good. Walker with an offensive rebound on the backside, gives it up to Rogan. Rogan, 15-footer on the way, leaves it short. A lot of contact. I don't think Rogan could find his footing before he let that one go. Down in the corner they go to Miller. Now back up to Landis on the left wing. Landis over to Meacham. Another 3 on the way. This one too strong. Hit the shot clock, which will count as out of bounds. Holt dribbling off his foot, almost turning the ball over. Able to retain it. Now they find Walker top of the key, gives it back to Holt. They're going to go back to Rogan, open for 3 on the left wing. Good look by Holt, a beautiful ran play. And Rogan comes open for 3 on the left wing, and he drills it. Cumberland now with their largest lead of the game, 38-32, 17:40 left to play. Man-to-man defense by Cumberland. They're going to get it inside to Jay Johnson. Johnson, cross-court pass over to Meacham, almost stolen by Rogan. Rogan now going to be called for the foul as he got him on the arm. Jay Johnson, you wouldn't think a 6'7" guy that weighs 230 pounds could sneak in on me, but he has a couple times now. Senior out of Versailles, Kentucky. He is a large human being. Over to the left wing, they get it to Scott. Scott's going to hand it back over to Miller. Now they're going to go back inside to Johnson. Now they kick it right back out to Landis for 3. Misses it, and Towns with a nice backside rebound. Towns going to dribble down. Nobody picking him up. He'll decide against the shot. And he'll get it over to Holt, and they'll run their play. Holt on the right wing, crosses over, takes it baseline. He's tripped by Meacham. Will be a non-shooting foul. Trenard Chester, Johnny on the spot to clean up the sweat. Chester might have more energy than anybody I've ever met in my life. He's got a high five, handshake for everybody on the team. Always on the sideline cheering. Love it. Holt will inbound. They get it into Rogan. Rogan down in the corner on the right side. Takes it to the high post. Now gives it back to Holt to reset the offense. Gives it to Towns. Towns, 15-footer on the way. High arcing shot, no good. Did a good job getting into the lane, just missed the shot. Up to Miller, up the left sideline. Miller back to Meacham, quickly to Johnson, the big man for 3, leaves it short. Holt skies for the rebound. He'll push in transition, finds Rogan. Rogan's going to take it all the way down. He's going to lay it up with the left. Holt taking it right at the big man. Quick beats big most of the time. Cumberland out in front by 8. 4 minutes off the clock in the second half. Holt out front, D'ing up. Pokes it away from Miller, but can't come up with the steal. Now they'll lob it into Johnson, and Johnson will miss the layup. Towns bothered him just enough that he couldn't hit the shot. Now Holt in transition, picks up his dribble, nowhere to go with. Now he's fouled by Johnson before they could get Benkovic back into the ball game. So Johnson now will have to come out. He picks up his second. So Cumberland will inbound the ball here. Same 5 on the floor for Cumberland, no subs. Rogan, 3 on the way. Misses the shot. Battling for the rebound is Pierce. He can't come up with it. They'll give it over to Benkovic. Now down to Landis on the elbow on the right side. Landis into the lane, layup on the way, and good. Landis has some of the best body control that I've seen on a player in a while. Him and Holt both. Landis can absorb that contact. Rogan walks with the ball. He knew it. It's going to get Tyshawn Powell off the bench. And I like this lineup with Powell and Walker in at the same time. Both the guys, it's our biggest lineup. But they move so well for big guys. You don't feel like you got huge guys necessarily on the court. Unlike maybe Johnson on the other end, who doesn't move very well. Now Landis moves well, hits another three from the left side. Cuts it to 3. 5 minutes off the clock in the second half. But I do like this lineup. I like Walker and Powell in the game at the same time. Haven't been able to see that a lot this year. Pick and roll. They get it to Walker down low. He loses the handle, and now Life has a chance to tie it or cut it to 1 on this possession. Landis left wing, guarded closely by Holt. Spin move down to the baseline. Now goes back into the middle. Fadeaway shot, no good. Holt battling for the rebound, can't come up with it. Meacham will come up with it. He wanted to shoot it, now can't do it. Almost stolen by Rogan. But eventually Miller will end up with it. He'll take it to the logo to reset the offense. Bounce pass over to the right side to Meacham. Meacham guarded closely by Towns. They find Scott at the high post. Scott can't let it fly. Now Vinkovic will from outside. He misses. And we're going to get a foul and over the back on Life. So Cumberland now with the ball and a 3-point lead with 14 minutes to play in the ball game. Holt at the logo, working against a man-to-man. Bounce pass to Powell, high post. Powell makes a move into the lane, shot on the way, no good. Rebound by Scott. Landis makes a move in transition, gets it down to Scott in the corner. His 3 left short, ball's batted in the air. He comes up with his own rebound. His putback is no good, but they're going to call a foul. I think they're going to get Walker with this one. He picks up number 2. Step into the free throw line. David Scott, the junior, 84% shooter on the season. Leaves the first one short. He was 3 for 3 before that. Walker's going to check out here, and Trenton Perry will check in. So trading a little bit of size for a little bit more shooting. Number 2 on the way, and he drills that one. Cuts it to 2. 40-38 your score. 13-40 and counting. Cumberland with the ball in the lead here at home, trying to knock off number 25. Bounce pass to Rogan, high post. They go to Towns on the low block. Towns, a little bit of a size advantage, but cannot finish the play. Meacham up the left sideline. They can tie or take the lead on this possession. They're going to go down low to Scott, and Scott's going to be called for the foul as he tried to bulldoze over Rogan. Rogan doing a good job getting his feet set and getting to the spot. So now Holt will walk it up the court. Pace has slowed down a little bit here in the second half. And want to go to Powell. They do so, the high post. Powell makes a move into the lane, off the glass and in. Actually, I don't think he used the glass. I think he wanted to, but as he was fading away, couldn't find the angle, but had enough on it to get it through the hoop. Miller out front, hands it off to Landis. Landis makes a move over to the right side, now spins back into the lane, shot on the way, no good. Powell with the rebound, gives it up to Holt. Holt crosses over into the lane, backs it back out, and he'll reset it. They go over to Rogan at the high post. Rogan again, bounce pass into Powell. 3 guys around him, shot on the way, no good. Got a good look at it. And now Landis will take it all the way down to lay it up. Crossed a defender over right about the volleyball line and found a lane. Landis now with 19. He only averages 11 a game, so he's having a really good night. They lob it into Rogan. Great pass by Powell, who faked the pass out to the wing to Perry, and then Rogan slipped it and went right to the rim. And now one of our best free throw shooters is going to head to the line for two. Number one is good. Blake Johnson checking into the ball game, and we're going to get to see Michael White, the freshman out of College Park, Georgia, for life for the first time in the game. Holt comes out. Johnson will take over point guard duties as Rogan tries to extend it to a two-possession game, and he does so. 44-40. That's also going to get Reed Pierce into the ball game. Towns will check out. Miller over to the left wing. Now takes it over to the right side. Trying to get inside. Bounce pass over into the corner to Scott. He wants to take it baseline. Finds Meacham in the corner for three. Can't hit it. Good rebound by Powell. Outlet pass to Johnson. Now they find Perry for three, who gives it right back to Pearson. Pierce fouled. Can't finish the play. But again, great ball movement. It all started with the outlet pass from Powell. Johnson able to track it down across half court, and then eventually it all ends up with Reed Pierce at the rim. Pierce to the free throw line. He'll have two. Number one is good. He'll have another. Pierce, 66% shooter on the season. Hit his first three of the year, first attempt of the year on the opening possession. Number two is good as well. Good looking free throws by Pierce. Life back on the attack. Scott with it. Outside the three-point line. Top of the key. Takes it over to the right. Crosses over. Trying to get in the lane. Finds Landis now on the right side. Landis guarded closely by Johnson. Makes a move. Spins back into the lane. Guarded well by Johnson. Can't get the shot to fall. And now we're going to get a foul, I believe, on Life, as Pierce was crashing the glass on the backside. And that's going to be a 1-and-1 already in the bonus. So from here on out, with 11-12 to play, Cumberland will be shooting free throws on fouls. So Pierce, who just hit two a moment ago, 5 points in the ball game. He hasn't missed a shot, knock on wood. Granted, he's only taken one from the field. Number one is on the way. He drills it. He'll have another. Number two on the way, and he hits that one as well. Senior doing well at the line. Cumberland's pushed it back out to 8, 48-40. Miller handling the ball, wants to get a pick, does so. Takes it over to the right, down to the elbow, keeps his dribble alive. Now down in the corner, they find Meacham, who gives it back up top. Benkovic, a deep three, drills it. The big man showing range. 6'7" senior out of Croatia, 240 pounds, 43% shooter from behind the arc. That was a big one, cuts it to 5. Now they find Powell on the low block. Powell goes to work, reverse layup on the way, no good, gets his own rebound, trying to go back up with it. I think we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow will stick with the Phoenix, though. Great hustle by Powell. Powell, 8 points and 8 rebounds, working on a double-double. They lob it into him on the inbound. He makes a move, goes right at the chest. He's going to be called for it. Whether or not his feet are set, they're always going to call that when you dip that shoulder. Powell picks up number 1. Jernard Chester across the way, trying to get the bench a little bit more excited. If I had half his energy, I'd probably be a millionaire by now. Miller gets the ball, brings it up the court. His team trailing by 5 here on the road. 10.5 to play. Miller down in the corner to Benkovic. He makes a move, can't get the shot off, gives it up to Landis, top of the key. Landis picked up by Powell on the switch, wants to take him one-on-one, layup on the way and good. He has 21. He always seems to play well against us. Pierce, top of the key, swings it over to Perry, left side, can't get the shot off. Back up top to Powell. Powell will hand it off to Rogan. Rogan can't get the shot off either. They'll give it up to Pierce. Now over to Johnson. They're going to reset their offense with Johnson. Johnson crosses over, takes it to the left wing. Now up top, wide open. Rogan, top of the key, no good. And a rebound underneath by Dorsett. So Life, once again, an opportunity here to cut it to 1 or tie the game on this possession. Miller breaks down the defense, but blocked by Johnson. Great defensive effort by Blake Johnson. He got beat initially, but able to recover enough to block the shot. Rogan's going to head out as Holt will check back in. They get it in quickly. They'll get it to Miller to reset the offense. Miller back down in the corner. Kovic another 3 this time. Can't connect. Holt with the rebound. He'll push it up the right sideline. Gives it up to Johnson. Johnson ball fakes, then crosses over in the lane, loses the handle. And then Johnson commits the foul, and wasn't it wasn't on purpose, but probably a good one as there was a lot of open court in front of Meacham. Johnson picks up his 3rd. I think he's going to come out of the game here. Towns set to check back in. 48-45 is your score. 9:18 to play, essentially in the 4th quarter now. Life gets the ball in. They'll bring it up the court in the hands of Miller. Miller guarded by Johnson. They clear him out. Now they get it to Meacham. Meacham top of the key against Perry, and he dribbles it off his foot. I think Meacham got a little excited, thought he might have a dunk as the lane just kind of cleared for him and couldn't quite find the handle and turns the ball over. 9 minutes to play. Cumberland with the ball in a 3-point lead. Over to the left side, they get it to Towns on the elbow. Back over to Johnson on the right side. They find Perry down in the corner. Perry wants to get that shot off. Can't find the room. Brings it up top to Powell. Powell's going to hand it off to Holt, and they'll reset their offense. 9 on the shot clock. Holt going to work. Finds Perry. Perry, top of the key. 3 on the way. God! Trenton Perry, quick trigger. Knocks it down from the top of the key. Good to see him have one fall through the hoop after he's been out for a while, dealing with the flu. Landis is going to try to answer back, and he does with a 3 of his own from the right side. Landis now with 24. He's hit 4 threes in the game. Powell, top of the key. Not a threat from out there. We'll hand it off to Powell. Now down in the corner to Holt. His 3 on the way, no good. Johnson able to track down the rebound. He wants to slow it down. Let's get a good set here, he says. Under 8 to play, 51-48 your score. Perry comes out to set a screen. Johnson trying to break the play. Finds Perry, top of the key. Can't find any room, and nobody really on the same page right now offensively. Powell, top of the key now. Hands it off to Johnson, right wing. Down in the lane, they find Perry again. 3 out of the corner, no good. But Johnson again with the rebound. Bounce pass to Perry. He can't get the shot off, and now they'll back it out again. Good job by Cumberland. Twice now to keep this possession alive. They could take this down to the 7-minute mark. It'll be about a 1-minute possession if they take it down to the end of the clock. Bounce pass over to Towns. Towns into the lane, trying to get the shot off. Ball fake, shot on the way, no good. We're going to get a foul on Cumberland, though, on the attempted rebound. Somebody got tangled up with Landis down low. And that'll give us to a timeout with 7:06 left to play in the ball game. Cumberland leading 51-48. You are listening to Life with 8 made threes in this game. 27% from behind the arc. Miller out front, in the lane, gets it over to Landis. Landis, again, doing a good job getting into the body of Powell. And Powell is whistled for the foul. That'll be his third. So Zach Landis back to the line. 24 points in the ball game. Nobody else in double figures. He has not been to the line yet. 76% on the season. Meacham, their leading scorer at 15 a game. Been fairly quiet in this one. He has 8. First one's on the way for the lefty. He hits it. He'll have another. Cuts the lead to 2. This can cut it to 1 on the make. Drills it. Cuts it to 1, under 7 to play. Johnson will bring the ball up the court, up the right sideline. Down to the elbow. Finds Perry on the left wing. Perry trying to get some space. Bounces it over to Powell. Back over to Perry. Now to Towns down in the corner. Back down to Powell. Powell going to work. Shot on the way. A lot of contact. No call. And it will be off of Powell. And it'll go back over to Life. So Life will be able to retake the lead on this possession if they can get a bucket. Miller wants to push. Now he'll slow it down over to Landis, right side. On the elbow. Wants to clear it out. Now he'll bring it back to the top of the key. Now down to Meacham in the corner. Meacham can't do anything with it. Back out to Landis. Well outside the three-point line at the top of the key. Landis and Holt going one-on-one. Landis down to the block. Shot on the way. Leaves that one way short. Ball's going to go out of bounds, but they're somehow going to save it. Eventually get it back to Landis, but now Powell will clean it up. Cumberland fortunate on that one. Under 6 to play. Cumberland with the ball, clinging to a 1-point lead. Holt down in the lane. Kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson, 3 on the way. No good. Boy, looked good from my angle, but just too strong. Meacham up the court. Takes it down to the elbow. He'll stop it from there and drill a 3. Not much you can do about that one. He just stopped and popped. Gives his team a 2-point lead, their first lead in a while. Now on the other end, getting tangled up again is Holt and Meacham. Both of them exchanging words a little bit. Holt able to get into the lane and get fouled. I glanced down momentarily to look at some stats. Meacham and Holt now exchanging some pleasantries. I mean that literally. I think those two might know each other personally. They've talked a little bit during some timeouts and warm-ups and things like that. Just two players going at it right now. 53-50. Holt can finish the three-point play here. And he does. The senior calmly finishes the and one. Puts his team back out in front by 1 with 5:20 to play. Miller at the logo, guarded by Rogan. Man-to-man defense. He'll stop, shoot the ball for about 18. Oh, and Cumberland had 2 guys down there, and just neither one of them could grab the ball. They kind of bumped into each other. And Life will get a free possession out of this. They could retake the lead with any bucket here. Landis on the inbounds, into the lane, fade away, 8-footer, no good. Powell with the rebound. He now has 10 boards. Holt at the logo. He's going to take it over to the right side. Gets a screen, can't do much with it. Powell, great pass over to Rogan down in the corner. 3 and 1! Andrew Rogan nails a 3 and he's fouled. He'll be able to go to the line to try to complete a 4-point play. And across the way, about to lose his... The lefty steps to the line. Drills it. Nothing but net. Makes it a 5-point lead with 4:45 to play. A lot of basketball to be played. Miller brings it down to the key. Into the lane. Kicks it out now to Meacham, top of the key. Meacham wants to find Landis. Does so left wing. Can't get the shot off. Guarded by Holt. Landis, series of moves down to the block. Trying to muscle his way in and misses it. Towns with the rebound underneath. Towns finds Rogan. 3, left wing. Buckets, baby! Yes, sir! That is 7 unanswered points from Andrew Rogan. This game. Miller with the ball, down to the top of the key, crosses over, kicks it out into the corner to Dorsett, who's been very quiet in this game. He's trying to muscle his way in, and they're going to call a foul on Ryan Towns with 4:05 on the clock. So Devin Dorsett, the junior out of Atlanta, 63% shooter. Dorsett averages 9.6 points per game and has not scored in this one. As a matter of fact, he's only taken 2 shots. He'll have 2 here with nobody guarding. Number 1 is no good. He'll have a second. Number 2 on the way. No good. Towns wrestles away the rebound. He'll take it up the right sideline. Got to think they're going to try to get it in the hands of Rogan, see if he can hit another one. And now Powell travel, got the ball in kind of a weird spot, didn't have much room to operate. Now Cumberland will go back on the defensive end, under 4 to play, leading 61-53 here at home. Benkovic, another 3, and he drills it. When he's got his feet set, he can knock it down. Statistically speaking, he is their best three-point shooter at 50%. That was a big one. Cut it to 5. Cumberland with the ball. Big possession for them. Perry, left wing. Gives it up top to Powell. Top of the key. Over to Rogan, right wing. He's guarded closely. Ball fakes. Can't get the shot off. Now gets it back over to Towns. Towns will let it fly for 3, and he drills it. Ryan Towns, big shot. 64-36. That's the biggest shot of the game up to this point. 3 minutes to play. Miller out front, guarded by Rogan. Can't find the space. Gets it to Landis down in the corner. Landis is going to be fouled by Powell. And Powell showing some good sportsmanship there to try to help him up off the court. He'll be shooting free throws. 26 points in the ball game for Landis. 2 of 2 from the line. He is most definitely the straw that stirs the drink for this Life team. First free throw coming. Hits it, he'll have another. Enrico Walker up off the bench. I think he might come in for Powell here, as Powell has picked up 4 fouls. Powell's played well, 10 rebounds in the ball game, 8 points. Second free throw on the way. And that one rolls out on him. Walker with the board. Gives it up to Holt, who brings it up the right sideline. So 1 for 2 that time for Landis. Holt into the lane, layup good. He just out-quicked them that time as Cumberland is out to a 9-point lead with 2:47 to go. Miller left wing again. Oh, this time he does the same thing to Rogan. Out-quicked him on the left wing. That's all right. Cumberland can trade baskets at this point. Holt, right side, gives it up to Towns. Towns over to the left wing to Rogan. Rogan up top to Walker. Cumberland doesn't need a quick shot at this point. Now one of their players goes down. He's rolled his ankle. Perry for 3 out of the corner. He's unable to hit it, but Towns with the rebound. And Benkovic is hurting. He is rolling around. He's grabbing his ankle, and he is in some pain. I didn't see what happened to him. From the way he's reacted, I'm assuming it's a rolled ankle or a sprain, but he went down and did not come back up. And Cumberland, 2 more free throws. 2:16 left on the clock. 66-59 is your score. Cumberland with a 7-point lead. 3 possessions at the moment. First one is good. Cuts it to 6. Will stay a 2-possession game no matter what. Walker checks out. Powell checks in. Second free throw on the way, and he hits both of those. So after going 0 for a moment ago, he goes 2 for 2 that time. Cuts it to 5. Holt across the timeline, 2:11 and counting. Takes it down to the right elbow, finds Towns, top of the key, back over to Rogan, left wing, up top. They find Powell, quickly handed it off to Perry. Perry over to Towns, and back to Holt, and that was for no other reason other than to run a little clock. Holt, bounce pass, they get it to Rogan, and Rogan's going to be fouled. Landis got him as they try to get a bounce pass to Rogan at the high post, and Landis knew it. With 8 seconds on the shot clock, Rogan will be shooting 2. Under 2 minutes to play now, 1:54 to go. That was some good offense by Cumberland. Kind of run through a progression there just to run some clock. First free throw is left short, almost rattled in. It keeps it a 5-point game. Rogan will have another one. Walker checks back in as Powell will check out. Second free throw from the lefty. Missed both of them. Rare 2 misses. Big ones, too, for Cumberland. Miller down to the right elbow. Crosses over, into the lane, shot on the way, and it falls. Now for 3-point game with 1:40 to play. Cumberland needs a bucket to keep that 2-possession cushion. Rogan, left wing, trying to get in the lane, can't find any room. Gets it over to Holt. They'll reset their offense near center circle with him. 1:20 to go. Holt down to the end of the lane. Stop. Can't get the shot off. Finds Towns out of the corner. 3 on the way. No good. Good rebound. A good block out, I should say, by Life as Walker couldn't get to it. Now Landis in transition to the rim. Misses the shot. Gets his own rebound. Put back no good. Gets his own rebound a second time. This time goes into the chest of Walker. And there's just absolutely nothing Walker can do about that. If you're standing there and a guy jumps into your body, what are you supposed to do? Defensive player has a right to position as well, but Landis now at the clock stop with 1:03 to play is going to have 2 free throws, both teams in the double bonus. 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 27 points for the senior. That one falls in for him. Little body English to help. He hits this, he can cut it to 1. Cumberland without a field goal in almost 2 minutes. They've been stuck at 66 for a while. Landis' second one rattles out, keeps it a 2-point game with a minute to play. Cumberland can do themselves a huge favor if they come out of this possession with a bucket. Holt over to the right wing. Gives it up to Towns, top of the key. Towns bounce pass inside to Powell, and he's fouled. Good foul inside by Scott on the mismatch. Cumberland got what they wanted, but Powell's going to have to earn them at the line now. Again, Cumberland's been stuck at 66 since the 3-minute mark. And now with 49 seconds left, Powell can make this a 2-possession game. Number 1 on the way. Missed it. Free throws really hurting Cumberland here down the stretch, keeping the door open. This can make it a 3-point game. That one rolls in for him. 49 seconds to go. Miller up the right sideline. Takes it to the key. Guarded again by Rogan. Wants to go one-on-one. Can't get the shot off. Now they'll find Landis for 3 right wing, and he drills it. Tie ball game. 67-67. About a 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock. If Cumberland can get a bucket, it'll be in their hands to get a stop to win the game. Any score gives them the lead. Holt out front. Keeps his dribble alive. They lob it into Powell. Powell underneath, gets it stripped. He's going to go to the line for 2. 16 seconds left to play. 67-67. Tyshawn Powell to the free throw line. Ironically, if he can hit one of these, he'll give himself a double-double as well and become the third player in double figures for Cumberland. He will have 2. Leaves it short. Leaves it short. And now the pressure doubles for the second free throw. This one can give him the lead with 16 seconds left. Second free throw on the way for the big man, and he nails it. 1-point lead for Cumberland. They got to get a stop to win the game. They're going to pick them up full court. Do not foul. Any foul sends them to the line for 2. Miller into the lane, crosses over, gives it to Landis, top of the key. That's the guy you want to have the ball. Landis guarded closely, spin move out front, layup on the way, partially blocked, but the putback is good. 2.9 seconds left. Cumberland's got a shot. They trail by 1. They're going to get it into Blake Johnson. Johnson over to Perry for 3 as the horn sounds, and he leaves it just short. And that's how it will